evening, one and all. It is indeed a great pleasure to welcome you all for this webinar for youth on vision, mission, and goal setting by Mr. Nirmal, MBA, HR, XLRI, Director of Santa Maria School, Trichy. Today's meeting is organized by the We for Youth team members. The team, We for Youth, is working towards equipping teachers, parents, and youth to have a positive impact so that the coming up generations be nurtured and guided in the path of values and virtues. This has been started with the help of the We for Youth team members to help the youth reach their full potential. As we all know, the youth are going through a lot of struggles, stress in daily life. They struggle with many questions, doubts, anxieties, and they are being influenced by the social media and their friends. So this team for youth has developed a website for the youth by motivating them to take the right direction and make the right decision at the right time. Since parents and teachers also have great influence on the lives of this youth, videos are shared about how parents and teachers could motivate our youth. Also, videos are produced and shared which can help the youth in a positive way. Yes, this is the website that we have created. All of you can just browse through, access this website, www.weforyouth.com. There are plenty of videos uploaded, understanding and keeping in mind the emotional needs of the youth of today. Participants, kindly note, do subscribe to our YouTube, youtube.com/weforyouth9457. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel where the videos produced by We for Youth are uploaded. When you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you will get all the videos uploaded on this YouTube channel and you may benefit for developing a better youth for today and tomorrow. May I now call upon Dr. Amala Infant Joyce, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, Holy Cross College, to welcome the resource person and the august audience.
Very good evening to one and all. Today we have gathered here through this virtual platform for the webinar for youth. The righteous man will never be shaken. He will be remembered forever. Psalm 112. I welcome a righteous person and a wonderful human being, respected Mr. Nirmal Nathan sir, as a resource person for today's session. Sir is going to enlighten the youth of today on vision, mission, and goal setting. Sir was a HR professional. He is an alumnus of Loyola College and Xavier Management Institute. Presently, he is the director of Santa Maria School, Trichy. He always motivates the students and youth through his inspiring talks. Sir also organized so many retreats for the youth community. Sir runs the school with great sincerity and commitment to raise the young generation with good moral values. In Bible, Matthew 5.16 says, "Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven." Like the above verse, Sir always glorifying the Creator by his good deeds. I wholeheartedly welcome you, sir. We cannot always build the future for the youth, but we can build our youth for the future. It's a great quote by Franklin Roosevelt. Here we have the most intelligent people of the world who can build the better future, that is the youth community. I welcome all the youth who have gathered here for this webinar, and I wish all the success come to your paths in the upcoming year. Once again, I welcome you all to this vibrant session.
Thank you, Amala ma'am. A note for the participants. Participants, kindly note, you can access this website and I request each one of you to have a note and pen to note down the important points that is discussed by our resource person. Our way of thinking creates good or bad outcomes. Our purpose in life is to find the purpose and give our whole heart and soul to it to make the tomorrow a reality with the idea of today. May I now call upon our resource person, Mr. Nirmal, Director of Santa Maria School, to deliver his talk.
Good evening, my friends. It's a great privilege for me to come onto this platform of We for Youth, who have been doing great service for the youth, especially in all aspects of their life. And I consider it as a joy and a privilege to share with the youth some of the knowledge and experience that I have gathered in all aspects of my life so far. Now, why should a person who is well along in the years share with the youth? There are certain knowledge and wisdoms by observing others, by learning from others, and by experiencing in all aspects of life. We have gathered some valuable information which would be of great use to the youth while they are starting in their family life, their professional life, or a higher education whatsoever. And as a part of that, today I have been asked to share with you some very important, very critical information and tips on what is vision, mission, and how to set the goals. So let's get into the topic straight away. But I ask you to keep your notebook and pencil or paper with you, so you can note down some of the important points that impress you, as well as I'll be giving you certain assignments for you to straight away start working on your vision or mission or goals, whatever. So keep your pencils ready, keep your paper ready. Let us see how this is going to impact you after 10 years, after 15 years. You will know that this particular session has been a great moment in your life, a milestone turning point in your life. So let's get into the topic straight away. Here is a PowerPoint, and let me share with the PowerPoint. While sharing this PowerPoint, I will explain to you what I mean. This topic is about vision, mission, and goal setting, and today we are going to see the first part. This has been split into two, so the goal setting will come in the next session, next Sunday evening between 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. So let's see the first part today. And many of you, or most of you, must have completed either your college life or got into college right now, or going for even higher studies, or getting into professional life as a career man or a career person. And the student life to real life is a great transition, massive transition. The carefree life now brings in a responsible life. And in this responsible life, you need to know which direction you need to go. What is ahead of you, you need to know. There are several options, several diversions, several distractions, but there could be one that could be of great help to you, great blessing to you. So how to choose which one is the best for you? So let us see. It is not a lazy life ahead. Yes, there is a great storm ahead. In the professional life as well as in the family life, when you step into that, you will see it is not full of bed of roses and people are not waiting to welcome you, but there is going to be a rat eat a rat world, I would say there. Several different personalities clamoring for the top spot or the success or the big harvest of the riches in front of them. So nobody is willing to share them with you. Everybody wants their own best share. So you will find a lot of competition, lot of opposition and distractions and discouragements also. So it is not a lazy life ahead. So you need to get ready for that. And when you get out into the world, after several years of work, maybe after several years of family life, maybe in whatever aspects of life, you see there are multitudes of people living just an ordinary life, meaningless life, purposeless life. They just exist. But some are outstanding and only few are outstanding. And why should not you be one of that outstanding person in all aspects of your life? Why should you be just like another person, just for existence? We are not created to be existent, but we are created to be achievers. And there is a way for that. Let's see further. Only some of them succeed, and every one of you who is participating in this training program through We for Youth program, you must be those of the few who succeed. Let us see how we do that. There is the key number 1. I would present to you 3 keys, and out of that, the first key will be you have to choose what you're going to be. You have to choose whether you want to be a success or a failure in your life, whether you just want to exist or achieve something, whether you want to leave a legacy behind. You have to choose, my friend, not your parents, not your friends, not your college, or not your mentors who is going to choose. Final decision is yours. You have to decide how you're going to live your life ahead. So do not blame later in life that I didn't get the opportunities. You have to create your opportunities. So how do we do that? So the key number 1 is the decision is in your hand. Therefore, the result is also in your hand. What you sow, you shall reap is the universal norm. No pain, no gain. You need to choose. So the key number 2, if I decide, how do I succeed? Let us see the second one. Paul Mayer, one of the best known authors in the world as well as a businessman in the world who proved highly phenomenally successful. His book has been made the textbook for many of the top management institutes in the world. And he says, how do you succeed? He says this mantra. Please note it down very carefully. Take a photograph of it, print the screen or whatever you do. Please do that. Setting and achieving goals in all areas of life. Understand this? In all areas of life, not only in career, in all aspects of life, is the foundation of lasting and satisfying success. Without a foundation, a building cannot arise. Without a foundation, a house or any big building cannot arise. A foundation is the key part of the entire project. And what is the project? What is the foundation? It is you have to set your own goals and work to achieve the goals. First set the goals, then start to achieve the goals. This is the foundation. When you achieve each goal in all aspects of your life, finally you will receive a lasting, not a temporary success, a lasting success, and it will be a satisfying success. It is not only satisfying for you, it will be satisfying for the people with whom we come in contact with. Who said this? Paul Mayer. And he proved it in his life. He is one of the faculty members of famous Haggai Institute. And I have had the pleasure of learning his subject through Success Motivation Institute, and which is what I'm going to share with you. What I'm going to share with you is mostly from Paul Mayer's teaching, which I received. Now I present to you a template. We will go each part as we go along. And the first one is about the vision. The second one is about the mission. Third one is about the values and beliefs and principles, as well as finally the goals. Let's not go into the detail. This is only a template. We will work on each one of them as we go along. This is the template. Perhaps you could take a photo shot of this. Let's see the vision first. Among these 4, the first part is the vision. And the first point there is, where in your life are you going? Where in your family life are you moving ahead? Where in your studies or sports or extracurriculars or your family life or spiritual life or whatever, where are you going? In what direction are you going? Have you decided a direction? What do you want to ultimately achieve? We are not talking about people who just exist. We are not here to exist, but we are here to leave a legacy behind at the end of our life. We are here to achieve something. So what is that? What is your driving force? What is your vision? Shall we get into that in detail? Vision means in Tamil language, தரிசனம். தரிசனம் இல்லாத ஊரில் நாட்டில் மக்கள் அழிந்து போவார்கள். It says, where there is no vision, the people of the nation perish. The vision is provided by the king or his ministers or the counselors, and when it is implemented, that nation will be successful and it will be flourishing. Whichever nation, whichever enterprise, whichever organization, whichever family, whichever individual. A vision is seeing the unseen. What is that? Before we start, you see in your mind something as if you can see it, but others have not seen it yet. You see that is there existing already. Like this man with the binocular, he says without the binocular he cannot see. What is the binocular? The binocular is your mental picture of what others cannot see about a distant reality in your life, in all aspects of your life. So that is what is vision. Let's get along. One of the greatest motivators in professional life in the world is Steve Jobs. You would know him. Anything connected with Apple is Steve Jobs. Apple computer, Macintosh, Next, iPod, iPad, iPhone, Apple computers, the whole lot, including Pixar, the wonderful animation company. He is the founder or is the CEO, one of the greatest inventors and one of the greatest developers, one of the greatest CEOs of all time. Though he died some years before, within that, let's see what he is talking about the vision. If you are working on something that you really care about, anything that you really care about, there is a passion for that. You don't have to be pushed. You don't need a supervision. The vision pulls you. The vision pulls you because you care about it, you are passionate about you. You don't need anybody else to tell you what you must do. You are waiting and raring to go ahead. So that is a self-motivating thing. So a person like Steve Jobs had a vision. And that's what we are enjoying today. In all iTunes or iPhones or iPads or Apple computers or Next or Macintosh or whatever, or even the Pixar movies that we are seeing, we are enjoying because Steve Jobs had a vision. Let's get along and see what he means, what others say. A vision is a dream. A dream is not a dream that we normally, fantasize, like a Superman or we becoming the Olympic champion or like Albert Einstein, the greatest discoverer, or like Thomas Alva Edison, a great inventor or something like that. No, it's a dream. It's a dream that you consider it worth living for. This is why I exist. This is the purpose of my life. It is something worthwhile. I have something ahead of me. And it is utmost desire for tomorrow. I would like to see this happen and be fulfilled in my life ahead, in my future. And it's not a hazy dream. It's a mental picture that I have at all times in my mind. And it's an exciting reality. I do not have a vision that I should become the president of a country in which I don't hold a citizenship. I don't have a visa to live there for. So how could I become a president of a country which is distant and which is not my native place anyway? So that is not a reality. A reality is what can really happen and be fulfilled. And you see that vision as if it is completed already. In your mind, it is not going to be completed. It is completed. It is there. It is done. You see that as if it's done and you are living in that right now. That is a vision. I hope that you got this very clearly in your mind. This is the blueprint for drawing up a vision. Now let's go into certain examples. How do you draw a vision? You need to go into a management exercise called brainstorming. What is brainstorm? In a group of friends, there are several brains there. Each have their learning, each have their experience, each have their own innovative ideas, each have their own critical, logical thinking and all that. So everybody is in it, everybody contributes. So some brains come together and contribute to develop one idea. That is what is brainstorm. It is not only single, it could be also a single person's brainstorm. You think of several ideas and you put your brains to bring out a lot of ideas. Or you bring several people together and all the people together put up a brains together to draw up a plan. Let's see how it is done. This is one of the forms of brainstorming. You take the 3M post-it notes and you write your idea first. Don't evaluate that idea. It may look stupid, it may sound stupid, it may think completely crazy. Don't worry about it. Just write it down briefly as a bullet point and stick it up on a wall or in your wherever you want to, on a board or whatever, whiteboard or whatever. Then as the ideas come, simply write it down. Do not think about the first idea when you are writing the second one. Keep writing, keep filling up on the wall. All the ideas have come. It may be one single person's idea. It may be your mentor and yourself, or it could be your brothers and sisters together, or it could be friends together, or colleagues together, or husband, wife together. Brainstorm. Put up all the ideas. It may sound nonsense. It may be sounding crazy. It does not matter. Just stick it up on the wall. This is not the time to evaluate. Then, with that, you start to shortlist. Out of the 50 there, you bring it down to 30. And from the 30, you bring it down, shortlist or rewrite it, or take out 2 and make it as 1 and put them together and start reducing it to 30 to 20, 20 to 10, 10 to 5, 5 to 3, and finally you will arrive at the final version called this particular idea. All this thinking would give you a final idea. This could be my distant vision. This is coming after your brainstorming. Sometimes you will see, many of the times you will see, the majority ideas are not the best ideas. The critical ideas, the vision does not come by majority but comes from a unique vision of one single person who doesn't talk much, who does not shine in the crowd, but he comes up with the most brilliant idea there. So any idea, single idea could be the best idea. So this is finally the vision. This is how we come at a vision or a goal or a strategy or an action plan or whatever aspects of life. Use brainstorming method. Now I have given you one sample vision. I just wrote it down. It may not be correct, but I simply write it. What is that? When I retire at age 60 years, I would have helped fund the higher education of 100 tribal students in Africa or Middle East or Australia or Asia, wherever, whichever country, wherever the tribal students are living. I would have helped fund the higher education of 100 tribal students. It may be 50, it may be 75, it may be 20. Just this is a sample. And enable them. What do you mean by enable them? I would have helped them go for higher competency training, acquiring skills and competencies so that they can be placed, recruited, find a job, find a career in a responsible position in a government or in a multinational organization, whatever. It's all left to you. It may be NGO, it may be college, it may be a hospital, it may be a business, it can be whatever. But basically what it says is, I have a time frame, I have a target whom I am going to help, or what I am going to do, how I am going to do, what will be the final thing? Responsible positions for 100 tribal students who could not have imagined that in their life. And I am going to do what? I am going to provide funds and I am going to give them ability to find the training sources so that they can get trained. So ultimately, I would have helped some number of tribal students or poor students or whoever. This is just a sample. Let's get along. This is the vision statement that I have for my school. This is my school, Santa Maria School in Trichy, Tamil Nadu in India. This is my school. I am the director of the school. So let's see what I have put up as a vision for my school. The work which shall be done in the days and years and generations to come will be of very great importance if that work is guided by the hand of God. So I have given here not education, not sports, not character, no marks, nothing like that. The overall work, what a school is supposed to do, shall be done. This is how it will be done. Today, tomorrow, in the years to come, as well as my next generation. There will be of very great importance. That will be for the students, that will be for their parents, that will be for the society, that will be for wherever they are going to work or live, wherever. Of very great importance. Only if we work under the principles set forth before us by the Lord God. So I have brought the work of the staff, the work of the leadership here, as well as the provision of God Almighty, all together as a vision statement. This is my school vision statement, and let us see some more examples. You all know about SpaceX of Mr. Elon Musk. He is the richest man on earth today, and he has not become rich just like that. He had vision. He is the person who developed PayPal, then sold it for millions, then started Tesla cars, then started SpaceX, and now he is the CEO of the largest shareholder of Twitter also. So for his SpaceX company, what is the vision he and his team have developed? Simple, 4 words: to advance the future. To advance when we say to advance, he's talking about now, and he's talking about the future. That means we are arriving at the future now. That means he is bringing the future closer to us so that we can achieve the future now itself. Instead of waiting for some time, we work to arrive at the future now. That is what his SpaceX vision is. So expensive spacecrafts are necessary for different countries who are working in space programs. They're all very expensive, costing billions of dollars, which he made it possible that with the hundreds of billions, he can reuse the spacecraft and bring them down and take them now. Now he is planning for tourism. Can you believe that he has made it? It is happening. To advance the future. 4 words. That's it. On this basis, his company SpaceX will work. That is vision. Looking into the unseen as if we can see. Now he sold Tesla cars, which is making waves everywhere. What is the vision for that particular company Mr. Elon Musk and his teammates have developed? Can we read it out together? To create the most compelling car company of the 21st century by driving the world's transition to electric vehicles. Unthinkable 20-30 years ago. There was no such thing called electric vehicles concept before. But it has been developed by Mr. Tesla many years before when he came up with the electric energy supply and all that. He and Thomas Alva Edison were competitors at the time. And that idea he developed, he saw that and worked on it. And he said, I will develop a car company which will innovate a product, the product of the century, so that the entire world transition from the fuel-driven cars or trucks or whatever, they will move into electricity, which can be renewed, which is cheaper, and which is cost effective, and which is not polluting for the world also. What a vision! And he is doing that. Tesla is leading the world, and Mr. Elon Musk did not become the richest man on the world just by imagining or trading in shares, but he had a vision, and he started with a mission, and he had a goals, and he started working on it. Now he is there. Let's see some more examples. Southwest Air in the West is one of the most famous and successful airlines. Now let's see their vision. To be the world's most loved. Underline that. That means people must like it. People must love it. When they think of taking a flight, they must think of Southwest. Is there a Southwest going over there? Is there a Southwest flight over there? So the most loved will be in the heart. Most efficient. An airline of this size, any size, has to be cost effective. And that comes from, operational, functional efficiency. So he says most efficient, not efficient, most efficient and most profitable airline. The first point is loved by the customers. Second is most efficient, that is because of the employees. Most profitable airline, that is for the stakeholders, whether they are investors or customers or the government or the public, it is a profitable venture. So vision statement, short and sweet, very clear. You and me are impacted by Amazon many ways. What is their vision? To be the Earth's most customer-centric company. So underline Earth, the entire world. This must be the most customer-centric company. It is not the customers are dependent on us. The company is dependent on the customer. Customer is the king for Amazon. That's what they say. Where customers can find and discover anything they might want to buy online. They don't have to go to a shop. They don't have to take a vehicle. They don't have to manage the traffic. They don't have to waste time searching here and there. The whole world is there at the fingertips because of Amazon. That is their vision. And you and me will agree. This is more or less coming true. And what is Uber doing? A car company. A car company that does not own a car. A car company. One of the largest car companies in the world does not want single car. What is their vision? Transportation as reliable as running water everywhere for everyone. A running water is not stagnant. It finds ways. It moves across the obstacles. It keeps moving wherever it can, so that everywhere anyone can obtain their services. What a simple statement. Beautiful. Transportation as reliable as running water everywhere for everyone by a company which does not own a single transport vehicle. And they are doing that. Apple company. So Apple computers, iPod, iPad, iPhone, the whole lot. What is their vision? We believe that we are on the face of the earth. Their existence is there. There is a purpose for their existence. What? To make great products, not one single product. Keep on innovating, keep on developing. It can move from from the phone to the music to the watches to the wearables to whatever. You keep on making great products, and that is not changing. That means we keep on developing. Apple's vision is great, and they are doing just the same. Microsoft. To help people and businesses throughout the world realize their full potential. When Microsoft started, at that time IBM laughed at them, saying that IBM had massive computers, huge computers, solid computers. And when Microsoft and all this Steve Jobs and all these people started working on a simple computer with simple software, with a simple operating system and all that, they started saying that for a home computer, what is that home computer? What is the small desktop computer? How do they drive it? What is the operating system available for that? What is the software available for that? Windows Microsoft, they just couldn't cooperate. Today, we cannot find IBM anywhere. It has been taken over by Lenovo. But Microsoft remains and Apple survives. What is Microsoft's vision? To help people, individuals, as well as businesses throughout the world, underline throughout the world, whether this is East or the West or the North or the South or Greenland or Antarctic, wherever, realize their full potential. From an Eskimo to an African tribal who has gotten access to the computer with the net, of course, yes, their vision is coming true. Google, what do they say? To provide access to the world's information in one click. In my college days, I used to go to United States Information Services, USIS Library, British Council Library, Kanimara Library, IFMR Library, my Loyola College Library. Such libraries I used to go there and take the books and borrow the books and learn. Today I don't have to go anywhere. Any single child in first standard with a smartphone in the hand and with a laptop or whatever iPad in the hand has got access to the whole world out there. I don't have to go to a medical college to learn how to do this treatment or that way. It's all available there in Google. It's all there. And they provided this information in just one click within a fraction of a second. The vision has come true. Very clear, simple. Google is an access provider to the world's information at the quickest possible time. So how do we do that? How do you draw your vision? The first is you need to define a problem. What is the problem that you see? Before you start your service, your life or a product or whatever, or even you're going to start a marital life, you're going to get married. And what kind of a problem do you see? There is a problem because if you take new marriages, youngsters today are finding each other, many of them are finding each other incompatible. There is a personality problems, there is expectation too much to be fulfilled, there is frustrations and all that. It is increasing day by day. There is a problem. So you define a problem, failing marriages, discordant marriages, disunity marriages, you write it down. You write it down. And for a marriage, you need, for a family, you need finance. To start a family, you need funds, both to take care of your spouse as well as meet the needs of your children and to live comfortably and to provide a housing, a shelter, a food, a vacation, whatever. There is a problem because of financial shortage or a personality clash, whatever. How do you prepare for that? You write the problem first. If you're going for a job, if you're going for a career, there is a great demand for the jobs out there. How do you find the best job that is most suitable for you? The best company out there may not be the best company for you. The smallest company may be the best. That's how Infosys started, as a very small company, today as the world giant. So it is not the company, but you need to know the problem. What is your need? Why do you need to do anything? Why do you want to get married? Why do you want to find a career? What do you want to achieve in the family? Why do you want to do whatever you want to do? You must know the why. Then in the world, if you see a vision as a visionary like, great statesmen like Abraham Lincoln or whoever, Martin Luther King or somebody like that, what is the problem that you see? Or Nelson Mandela, what is the problem that he saw? What is the problem you want to fix? So it helps you to find the problem, think about the problem and define the problem before you do anything else. And what are you trying to change? So the problem is there. So what are you going to do? What are you going to change? You need to define this. And who are you trying to help? Are you going to try to help the Eskimos who are far up north when you are deep down south in Australia? Now talk about something that is sensible, that is accessible, that is possible. Who are you trying to help? Where are you in a position that you could go and help? So define the problem first by asking all these questions and writing down and trying to arrive at the problem. All this must be answered by you. This is your step number 1. Whether it is family life, whether it is marriage, whether it is a business proposition, whether taking up a job, whether you're going for USA or Germany for your higher studies or starting whatever, your own organization, startup company, whatever, define the problem first. Then where do you want to go? This is what we saw. This will be something like a compass in your hand when you're going with a ship. You must know in which direction your car is going, in which direction your vehicle is going, in which direction you need to take a decision so that you will make the correct step. You do not lose out your vision. The compass in your hand, that is where do you want to go. This must bring you back into the course correction like an aircraft and autopilot. It must make a course correction from time to time so that it reaches the airport it has to reach. This is the purpose why your company, your organization, your NGO, your family or you exist. The vision will tell you why you exist. The vision will tell you why your family exists. The vision will tell you why your enterprise exists. The vision will tell you why you are studying what you are studying. This is the final goal you are aiming for. This is what you want you to become, or your company to become, or your business to become, or your family to become, your children to become. So this must be written down through the brainstorming. Then what is the mission? Okay, you know where to go. How are you going to go? So you want to go to a place in Europe. Are you going to go through the sea, or by air, or a bike, or in a truck or whatever? How are you planning to get there? What are you going to do? It is a path you will have to succeed. It all depends upon the what vision you have. Something like, you get into a vehicle, a public transport car, and you get into that, and the person says, okay, where do you want to go? You say, you give a cash and say, give me a ticket. You say, okay, thank you for the money, but where do you want to go? I want to give you the ticket. And if you say, I don't know where I want to go, you will think of you as something weird. You must know where you want to go. You just don't go into a tram or a bus or a train just like that you want to go somewhere. Where do you want to go? You need to know the mission. How do you plan to get there? This will take into account what your goals are and how you want to reach them. How are you going to? I'm going to take a vehicle. I'm going to take a caravan vehicle. It will have a home facility. I will drive from one point to point over there and reach a destination that I want to. I want to visit the pyramids in Egypt, and this is how I'm going to. So you need to plan the path for your life, for your career, or your business, for your studies, for your sports, whatever. This will tell you how you're going to implement your solutions. You may have an idea, but how are you going to implement? You're going to see. Some of the mission statements we'll see. So let us recollect again a recap of vision. It's a dream. It is worth living for. It's utmost desire. I have to achieve it somehow. And it's not a hazy picture. I have a clear mental picture in my future of my future. And it is going to be realized. It is exciting for me. And it is already fulfilled in my mind already. Okay. Next. Without evaluation, start writing down a draft vision. And this is not a vision. You're saying, I want to be a software engineer. I want to be a project manager. I want to be a microbiologist or a politician or a manager. I want to be is not a vision. This is only a path. This is only a mission. That is only a milestone. That is only a tool in your hand. And it is not the end of your life. The life could be something like, the vision could be, my life leaves a valuable legacy. That could be a vision. So don't say, I want to be most famous or most successful. I want to be like Alexander the Great. No, don't say like that. I want my life to achieve this. That is a draft vision. Let's come back to the template again. Now we are seeing the second template called mission. What do you want to do now? For whom do you want to do that? How are you going to do this? What, if you do, will achieve this? That will define your mission. Let us see some examples. A mission statement. I don't know, somewhere somebody gave this and I picked it up on the net. To accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. The vision is the world should exist by sustainable energy. The mission is to accelerate it, speed it up, to enable it, to motivate it, you give a push, you give a pull. The mission is to accelerate. The vision is world's transition to sustainable energy. Let's see what the other one. Dear students as well as young professionals, I strongly recommend that you subscribe and become one of the watchers and listeners of TED. And TED is one of the greatest idea spreaders in the world today. They are on the YouTube as well as your website. And just type TED and it will come out with your site. What is their mission statement? Simple. Their vision is ideas worth spreading. Their mission is spread ideas. Underline spread. That's it. Very simple. Go into the website. Go into the YouTube. Then you will realize what they mean by this. A mission statement. Very simple. Spread ideas. Ideas is the vision. Spread is the mission. Nordstrom is one of the most famous shopping experiences, like a mall, Debenham, or so many other famous shops abroad. They are very, very famous. And what is their mission statement? To give customers the most compelling shopping experience possible. What do you mean by most compelling? You motivate the customers to come to their showroom. You motivate them by giving them attractive options at attractive prices with attractive service, so that when they leave the shop, they will go with the merchandise. That is making their money coming out of their pocket into the company's pocket. And they make it so attractive. That is the most compelling shopping experience. So once you go into Nordstrom and come outside, you will not forget that experience. That is what is their mission. So what is the vision? Obviously profit. Obviously profit is the vision. A profitable enterprise that is worthwhile for their employees and their owners. So how do they do it? By making the customers have a good compelling shopping experience. Now do you see the difference between the vision and the mission? Vision is profit making and employee sharing. And the mission is, this is how they are going to do it. To give customers the most compelling shopping experience possible. There will be no other service company as they would give. This is their mission. Next one. Workday is a software company. They simply put this to put people at the center of enterprise software. That's it. The people could be the customers. The people could be their employees. Simply putting people, that means it is all people with whom they are coming in contact with, whether at the workplace or at their sale place or at the market. That's it. Simple. People first. My dear friends, now we come to the fourth point, the values. What do you stand for? What is your life principle? What is your ethical principle? What do you believe in? Is that money at all cost? Or service at all cost? Or you use the money and all things, all the equipments or what assets, what you have for a purpose? What is your belief system? What is the value that you have? With which you are going to achieve the goals or the mission or the vision. So you got to have some fundamental values. I have a vision, and through mission I am going to achieve that, and I am going to have these values. Let us see what is that. This is step number 4. The fundamental beliefs and principles of your existence, of your family, of your enterprise, for your education, or for your sports, or for your music talent utilization, whatever. What is the foundation? It could be. I'm not saying this is what it should be. This is what I'm giving as an example. You will say whatever I do will be based on my honesty and integrity. Whatever I do will be with the concern of well-being of employees and customers. Whatever I do will be fulfilling the civic responsibility because I'm living in a land, in a nation. I will obey the government and its laws and be a socially responsible and accountable person. This could be one of your fundamental principles and beliefs. And you say the methods are equally important as the end results. There are people who are bothered only about the end results, they don't care how they achieve it. But for a person of a genuine civic responsibility with honesty and integrity, methods are equally important as the results that is achieved. I am giving these only as example. What are yours? You have to define. This is my suggestion. I'm not saying you should accept it. It's left to you to decide. What I'm saying is I'm giving you certain steps as how you will draw your vision, mission and values. That's what I'm saying. And finally, the goals. The tangible ways. The tangible means that you can feel, you can touch, you can hear, you can see, you can smell, and you can experience. And tangible ways, you will carry out your mission and progress. This will take you to that vision. You've drawn your vision first, and that is how you're going to do it to reach the vision. And you will have this basic foundation, beliefs and principles of operation, which will help you set your goals, milestone goals in your life ahead. By reaching each goal, you will reach the mission. This is how this template will be completed. Thomas Carlyle, he said this: the man without a purpose is like a ship without a rudder. It's a great ship. You have all the equipments over there. You have all, it's completely equipped. And it's fail safe, right? But finally, it has got to have one. That is called a rudder. So, in our life, a person has to have a purpose. My friend, Meghala Rempat in Chennai, she gave a statement saying that there are some persons who are just living like animals, living only for the food, without a purpose in life, and finally they die when the time comes to an end. We are not supposed to be like that, people meant only for existence, people living by the instinct, but we have a purpose in life. You have a purpose in life. You have a purpose why you exist. So that purpose must be found and written down, and that should towards which you must move. So this is a great oil tanker. It's huge. It may be 100 meters long and maybe 75 meters wider. It carries a huge quantity of oil from one country, one nation to another country. But despite that being there, this small rudder is the one which will guide in which direction it has to go. Likewise, the vision is your rudder. The mission is how you use the rudder to reach that vision. It is the foundation, beliefs that you have. And with that, you can go and reach the life ahead of you. My dear friends, with this we come to the end of the first part of our session on vision, mission and goal setting. And the goal setting exercise, the session will be conducted next Sunday between 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. I encourage you, as well as please encourage your other friends also to join this session next Sunday. God bless you. Thank you. Signing off.
We now move on to the formal vote of thanks. Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is the will of God. 1 Thessalonians 5:18. It gives me immense pleasure to propose the vote of thanks to all those who have toiled in making this webinar for youth happen. First and foremost, I would like to thank the Almighty God for making it happen on this day at this time with our resource person and participants. I profusely thank our resource person, Mr.Nirmal, Director of Santa Maria School, Trichy, for his valuable deliberations on the topic vision, mission, and goal setting. Brother, you have made it crystal clear that we are the masters of our destiny, and through your session, you have instilled in us that we need to care for what we want to become through our divergent and convergent thinking, and to dream big and make it happen. We assure you, we would create a vision of what we want to become and start living it till it becomes a reality. Thank you, brother. I wholeheartedly thank our enthusiastic participants for their participation and cooperation. I extend my gratitude to the technical team of We for Youth for the production and uploading of videos in our YouTube channel and website. Thank you, one and all.